I don't want to tell you, hey, here's how the plan to retire early. I want to give you the plan to say, you know what, here's the opportunity to live the life that I want to do. You could take care of your kids, you can take care of your parents, you could travel the world, you can do whatever the hell you want. But most people cannot, and honestly will never be able to do it. Laura and I had this discussion a few years ago, and when we stacked up all of our assets and what the income was, and we had this conversation about, should we not work anymore, right? If you have that kind of goal, I want to talk to you about what this looks like, and I would look at it from kind of this right here. You have the same boxes, right? And now the arrow, it's not starting from a job. This is the goal, right? This is the goal for us when we were first, getting into this game. It was like, how do we get $10,000 a month? Because we spend less than that, and we won't live a flashy, crazy lifestyle, but we can be with our kids, we can travel, we can, we had a travel trailer, we could do all the fun things that we loved. It wasn't crazy expensive. How do we do that? And if you come from that perspective, now you have income that comes in every single month, right? And it's starting from your assets column. And you can see here, it says stocks, bonds, real estate, IP, rights. For us, it was real estate, right? We had a bunch of properties and they were kicking off money. Some at 300, some at 600, some at 1200, and they added up to, our financial freedom number. So now you see this income coming in assets column, right? You are not trading your time for money anymore. You can stop working. And then that red line goes up to the top to your income. Now you can use your income to pay your expenses. So ultimately, this is what we're talking about. How do you get to a place where you can have more money that comes in every single month? Passive, meaning you are not actively trading your time for it. You did in the past, you stacked your chips, you bought the assets, and now every month you have more money coming in than you spend. And again, like, you could just chill. I mean, there's still inflation, right? But the prices of the value of the rents and the real estate and stuff, it's going up substantially, right? And so from that perspective, you are really like almost hedge inflation proof. So how do you simply, and this is what we did, right? How do you buy enough pieces of real estate to have enough money coming in that you could stop working? And really it goes back to your why, right? Getting on the same page with your spouse of what is most important for you. And we chose not to stop working, right? We actually really liked what we do. But I can tell you what, that it makes what we do so much more fun and so much easier because we don't have to, right? Like, now it becomes a choice where most people, it's not a choice, right? It's like, I have to go to work today. It's like, cool, like now I get to go to work today because if I really hated it, I could just sell my business and I could just be done, right? And so that's really the opportunity I want to give you, mostly because of up here. The steps that we talked about are not that difficult. The actions you need to take, it's just time. It's just a lot of discipline and time. And most people don't want to put in that time. So I think if you have these goals, or if you have a huge pain point of, I hate my life, I hate my job, I hate my boss, man, you know what? That's potential energy right there. Grab that crap, harness it, and just put that out and be like, all right, I don't know what to do, but I'm just going to figure it out. Right? Everyone just figures it out. We didn't know any of this kind of stuff. We were stupid college students waiting tables, and it's like, all right, we'll just one step at a time. And you know what we did? We screwed up enough times until we got it right the first time. And then we screwed up a whole bunch of times again, but it was actually less screw ups until we got it right the second time. And every time we just screwed up less until we started hitting them. And it's like, oh man, like, we're actually pretty good at this now. We're learning these things. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're hiring a team. We're helping us build our real estate company and our investments and all these kind of things. And you're going to have your own journey there. But I want to tell you that, if you see us, or if you see other people that are inspiring you to hit these big dreams and you don't believe, you don't have to believe the full thing. I can tell you what I believe right now about money is so much different from 10, 12 years ago when I made the commitment to learn. At that point, I remember thinking to myself, man, you know what? I don't think I could be like crazy rich. But you know what? I know that I could probably get to $500,000 of a net worth. And honestly, that's what I was thinking. It was like early 20s or something to that effect. And then my mind grew just a little bit more. I know, and I started taking action and I started learning. And then when you have context on these things and it's like, oh, well, I'm plenty young. I have plenty of time. I'm like, okay, I know that I can be a millionaire. And then later, my mind grew a little bit more. I now know that I can have a couple $1,000,000, right? And that's all you have to do. You don't have to believe that you're gonna have, $10 million or anything of the sort, right? If that's not what you believe, that's fine. But you should believe that you can get your first investment property. You should believe that you can do that in the next 12 months. You should believe that you can get on the same page with your spouse. I know I can be a millionaire now. And then you start taking action. It's like, oh, okay, well, I got 30, 40 more years before I retire. I know I can get to multiple millions. I know that I can retire my parents. I know that I can take care of my kids. There's so many things that you will get to over time. Time is the most valuable part of this. And you don't have to convince yourself. Don't make it, fake, right? Just know that you're gonna get a little bit of the way and just trust me on this. But once you get a little bit of the way, you'll be like, man, I got this. I'm going bigger. I'm gonna 10x this thing. I can make this so much bigger. And you'll do that. And then a few years later, you'll be like, that was still way too small. I'm gonna dream bigger. I now have the confidence. I believe in myself. I know I can take these other actions.